Hello everyone and welcome to another News Coolum video. So I'm just out doing a few solar projects. This isn't going to be a comprehensive update on the solar. I will probably do that too. I wanted to do a couple of shorter topical videos about things that people didn't talk about with solar that you might think, oh well, if you're an electrician everyone knows it, or if you know the basics about electricity, you might think you know it, or whatever. So just some pitfalls just to make sure. And hi Dala. And in this case though, one of the things I wanted to talk about is these XT60 connectors. So for those of you who follow the channel, you know that I got a couple of the portable solar generators, as they call them. I don't really like the term. I think it's a marketing gimmick more than anything else. But they come with the ability to put solar power in through an XT60 outlet, or inlet, I guess you could say, socket. And these XT60 sockets are technically rated for, well, over 30 amps, right? And in fact, my Anker 3800 actually has a 27 amp input. So when you think about wiring, right, in terms of the wiring size, in order to have a continuous 30 amp input or 27 amp input with like an, you never want to have more than 80% continuous, right, of the rated amperage. That typically requires a 10 gauge wire. Now, like I said, these XT60 cables, or the little ports, are capable or rated for over 30 amps. The problem is they don't actually support 10 gauge cable. It looks like the biggest cable gauge that they support is 12 gauge. So in theory, the plug itself could support a beefier cable, one that was able to be, hold 30 amps safely. The problem is that's not what they've done. So they've created this weird input where you could have a continuous 27 amp input on 12 gauge cable and just think that it's okay because it's rated for a continuous 30 amp. And I'm really concerned about this as a dangerous practice, but also, more to the point, I'm worried about people scamming, right? So I purchased a couple of these 10 gauge XT60 cables specifically for use in my F3800. The problem is when I got them, they are clearly not 10 gauge cables, and you look at the size of them, they are almost identical to my 12 gauge cables. And in fact, they say, I believe on some of these, they actually say 4 millimeters squared. So if you aren't aware of that conversion between millimeters squared and AWG, right, 4 millimeters squared would be a 12 gauge cable. So maybe they're thinking that because I'm a dumb Yankee, I'm not going to know the difference, but they were marketing these as 10 gauge. And, and if you're going to be looking for a cable to support 30 amp, you want 10 gauge. The problem is, like I said, it's only 12 gauge. And again, they don't put that on any of their marketing material. And so you're buying something that is labeled as 10 gauge, that's supposed to be able to safely carry 30 amps, and it's not. So part of this is just a warning. Look out for some of these, these companies that are scamming you, whether it's on Amazon or some other place, trying to tell you, because I went through and I looked, even if you buy the individual XT60 plugs, and they will say, oh, this is a 30 amp plug, it only allows you to pair it with up to a 12 gauge. There's no option for a 10 gauge pin that I can see, and certainly not an 8 gauge pin, which you could get with, you know, the MC4 connectors that are just the standard solar connectors. Kind of this is a warning for those of you who are looking for these. Just know that, you know, it's probably like this cable, the wiring is smaller and just the construction is a lower quality than the 12 gauge XT60 cables that I've already purchased, right? So I don't even feel safe using this specific cable that I got. And like I said, it feels like a lower quality than the 12 gauge cable that I already have installed. I'm just not very happy about having to use because of, like I said, the continuous load on it. Sure, you're only going to get 8 to 10 hours of sun a day, maybe at most, and most of that not going to be getting your peak current. But you still might be getting pretty close to it, right? I'm running 3 basically 9 amp panels in parallel, so it should produce very close to that 27 amps for at least 4 to 6 hours a day. And especially in summertime when it's going to be 100, 105, 110 out. So it's hot, plus you have undersized cables. I mean, luckily my leads from the solar panel to that shorter XT60 connector are 10 gauge, but there's still a 6, 8, 10 foot run of 12 gauge cable. And I don't know how to remedy that. And I'm not sure why Anker would sell a product that, you know, is basically exceeding the capabilities of the wiring. The XT60 connectors that I got from Anker with the F3800 were only 12 gauge. So anyway, this is also sort of just throwing this out to the community. What are your thoughts on these XT60 connectors? Is it even safe to run them that close to 30 amps for a sustained period of time? You know, and what would be a possible remedy in your opinion for it? So, and then again, like if you're new or just looking for these things, just know that so far I haven't been able to find any XT60 cables that have legitimate 10 gauge cabling, right? So, if you know of a company that sells them, let me know, because right now I don't necessarily feel safe with the current setup, the way it's running, you know, 30 amps, basically 27 amps for continuous for 4 to 6 hours a day easily on 12 gauge cabling. So anyway, I just thought I would put this out there as a warning, and then just kind of a question for the community. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, I'm very disappointed that they're selling 12 gauge cables that they're marketing as 10 gauge, but even more concerned with the fact that it doesn't seem possible to even get an XT60 connector that's capable of a continuous 30 amp load. So as always, thank you for watching.